Well, I am really looking forward to this. This woman is absolutely amazing. And the reason I know that is because this is actually the second video that I have done this week, even though you haven't seen the first one. Because this is So Hyang. And she's unbelievable. This is, I'm going to do my best here. Arirang, alone. Now, I know I can pronounce alone, but the other word I'm pretty sure just completely went out the window. But I did my best. But anyway, this song is, I heard this a while ago, but I haven't heard it lately. And I'm really, really, really looking forward to going through this. And what I mean by the other is the second one I've done is because I did it. I spent a tremendous amount of time doing her version of You Raise Me Up. And I was really excited about it. And I posted it last night so it would be on time. And it got blocked worldwide because of a copyright thing, which is weird because there are a bunch of the same video being reacted to. So I don't know, I'm still learning the ropes here. But anyway, so hopefully if you're watching this one made it. Really, really excited about listening to this and going through it. And my goal in all of these always, and especially with this one as I'm getting more kind of used to doing this, is to give you really a voice lesson along with it. To not only react and fall off my chair because she's so amazing, which I may do, but to actually let you know what it is she's doing and give you ideas of how you might be able to apply some tools and techniques to be able to do the same thing or learn the same thing. And so she's going to go through a lot of great things in this. And watching her is just a voice lesson anyway, right? But I'm going to do my best to make it even more of a voice lesson. Okay, so let's get into it. Hello, I'm Mike Goodrich with The Inner Singer, creator of the Inner Singer podcast and everything, all things Inner Singer. I'm thrilled that you're here, and I'm really looking forward to getting into this. So without further ado, let's do. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to make this big. I'm usually a little bit more prepared than this. So beautiful, beautiful. Up until now, that's been mostly head voice with a light mix there on that B natural 4. And she went up to the G, 5. Already, such a pretty head voice. And, that's up there, right? But it doesn't sound like it and it doesn't look like it because her facility is so easy. She sings so amazingly easily and her voice is so beautifully balanced. Her vibrato just spins. So all that's been just very, very pretty getting into the song, just very emotional, setting the tone of what's to come, and just really, really beautiful. So let's look at this a little more. Now, before we go any further, I just want to mention, I think this is very interesting. And I think it'll be valuable to you. You hear little turns, little voice rolls in there. And she's really, really good at that. And, that the best way for that to work so well is to actually do it on the beats of the vibrato. Now, she's got a very spinny, beautiful vibrato, which is really quite an indication of such great balance she has in her voice. And, years ago they did a test on vibratos. They tested phenomenal opera singers, 100 years ago, more than that, actually. And they discovered the perfect, healthy, beautiful vibratos are about 6 or 7 oscillations a second. I've said this in other videos. Now, if you imagine that, and you think a second is 1001, 1002, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, you got boom, boom. So you've got 6. Da 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 da 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 dee. So you hear the rolls that she's doing, the voice rolls and the runs, are all kind of, on that vibrato. Just absolutely beautiful. And that's why it's so easy for her. It's just like pushing a switch and just letting it run. Not trying to vocally manipulate it or do anything. She doesn't have to fight it because her vibrato is so spinny. It's not a slow 5 and go, and then she's trying to do quick runs on that. It wouldn't work. Okay, let's go. I just want to let you know she's already at a D5. It sounds and looks so easy. You have no idea, we have no idea how high she's actually singing. I mean, that is approaching the second bridge. That's through the first bridge, and she's already up there. But you notice the dynamic ability of this woman. She's unbelievable. So she's got that nice head voice, and then she teases us with a little lighter mix. Now she's going into a little bit more of a stronger mix, but she's really not belting it out yet. So listen. Now that's more belty. Beautiful head voice. Beautiful head voice. Okay, now let's just look at that. Okay, so she's on a D4, a D5 here, and that's a real belt. And it's great because she's really singing dangerously, but she's right in the pocket. I mean, it's not broad, it's sitting right there, and you can hear the first one. I can't remember if I rewound it yet. Okay, good. Let me go back here. Sorry about that. I know, I'm all over the place. No, I admit it. Okay, no, I missed it. Here we go. Come on, hang with me. That is an A. So she goes. So she's on the D5, G5, A5, and listen to the spin she has up there. And I want you to listen to the transition between the D and the G. Now that is similar to an operatic tenor, going from that, but he would be here. Same transition, basically, same notes an octave lower, but you hear the shift in resonance and you hear the voice thin out. So she's real strong on that D5, right? And she's pushing the envelope, and it's a real belt. And you hear it just sitting in there resonating. Now when she goes up to that G, and then again the A, she goes into that gospel sound. A lot of people are calling twang. I never called anything twang for you. I mean, I don't know when that the whole twang thing came about, but 30 years ago or 20 years ago, 30 years ago when I was teaching all this stuff, I don't remember hearing that word, but anyway, people seem to like it. But I call it gospel. And you really hear that, you hear that thing going on, and you don't hear it on the D. But you hear her go through and thread that needle going up to that G as she's going through that second bridge for you women, which is at that E natural 5, right? It's another transition area. And she goes through it, and that's how you go through it. You thread that needle. It's a little broader down here, and then it goes up like that, vertically, pinpoint. And you can hear the broad sound go narrow as it gets that bite and that edge and that gospel-y sound. Let's listen again. You can hear it. And then she lands up on that A, and then runs down from there on that spinny vibrato that she's able to use, okay? This is so good. She's down that belt again. Wow. She loves that D. Back on that D again with the most perfect vibrato. A belt, you see how her mouth is? It's not like this. You know, it's beautifully shaped for the balance of resonance. So she got the perfect balance of the muscles that work the vocal cords, which are two sets of muscles that work the vocal cords, right? The CT, which stretches them and makes them thinner for head voice, and then the TA, which makes them fatter and thicker for chest voice. You've got the nice balance of that, the balanced resistance of those two, plus the balance of air that she's got, and that resistance, plus you've got the resonance. So you've got all kinds of things going on here to just provide great singing. I mean, it's just fabulous. Here we go. Let's continue. Now that E vowel has some I in it. It's not E, it's not pinched. It's got E, and you can even see it in her mouth. Her jaw is dropped a little bit. Getting so excited. Yeah. And I'm also feeling like, you know, I'm late on this video, so I'm talking real fast. So let me just breathe. There we go. I'm bringing it down. But you see that she has a balance of I in that E, which makes it really resonate and sit nicely in there instead of being pinched. And now all of our vowels need to share qualities of other vowels to make them round. It's just like an artist painting. If I was an artist, which I'm not, well, I'm a singer, but I was trying to get this color here, this orange, I would have my palette and I would be blending colors to make that color. Well, what we do as singers is the same thing, but our colors are our vowels. And so she's got that E vowel, but when you add a little oo and a little I in there, it goes from E, which is pinched and not great, to E, which just spins, and it's got the balance of those two other colors in there. Okay, let's continue. That was cool. B flat 5, all the way down, and to land back in her chest on that E vowel. Another beautiful example of that transition from that B4 to that D5. On that oo to that E vowel, oh man, just gorgeous. Pure vowels. You know, now I don't understand the language, of course, but every language is the same because we all have vowels, no matter what they are. And it's the pure, and the sounds are very, very similar oftentimes. And so, and I've worked with many languages as well, and it always is the same thing. The purity of those vowels is what helps one negotiate through those bridges and being very, very true. And that E vowel she has and that oo vowel is just gorgeous. And those E's and those oos, they're already drawing you in to a vertical line. So it's going to be much more conducive to being able to make it through the bridges. So an exercise I give people often is to vocalize a song on either a nu or a nu, like nook, nu, because that immediately takes you out of this bra sound into a more nu. You're already there, okay? Now, I must say right there, in her, obviously, I believe it's her native language she's singing in, and so those vowels are a little bit broad, but they're staying in. And so that's what we would refer to, or what I would refer to as singing, and I want you to take this the right way, singing dangerously. And that is a really, really cool thing. I don't mean dangerously in a bad sense here. I mean, basically the analogy would be, let me get my phone here. If this was a cliff, I didn't just fell off the cliff, right? If this is a cliff, what we want to do as singers, because it's exciting for us as singers and it is exciting for an audience, is we want to walk right up to the edge as singers and walk on that edge and not fall off. Okay, now if we fall off, no fun for us, no fun from the audience. We stay back here, we're in caution land, not that much fun for us, not that much fun for the audience. What she is doing is walking all the time, walking right up to the edge and just not falling off. And it's so much fun when you have that kind of confidence as a singer and that kind of confidence in the singer as an audience member. You can relax and enjoy the performance because you're in great hands. She's not falling off the cliff. You've seen other singers that are kind of yelly and you get a little scared for them. As an audience member, that's no good. You don't want that, and it's no good for the singer either. But even with those broader vowels, she's still in. I just wanted to make that point. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear her go from that B4 into that D? And then the E into the E, the B4 to the D5 to the E5. I want to play that again because I want you to hear the no, she doesn't do that. So she's right there on that D. I want you to hear that. It's really, really, that's like a voice lesson. Ladies, just do that. It's awesome. Here we go. Right there. Hear that? And then she, right there. Gorgeous. See her mouth? It's not, it's audio. And she's right back in there to that E and then back to the D, the E5 back to the D5. And it's not, it's not that, it's audio. Okay? Oh my gosh. She goes up to that G. Was that a G5? And she goes in head voice and then mixes it on the way down. That is a really good trick. Yeah, man, oh man. So she goes in on that real pretty head voice, and then you see the look on her face, and she just pulls that into that gospel sound right there on the same note. It's totally reminiscent of a song that Andrea Bocelli does, where years ago when he's singing like a rock singer, and he's singing with a rasp, and he goes up to this F sharp like a rock singer, and right on the note he transitions into this gorgeous operatic sound. That's what she just did the other way around. She goes up in head voice, and then she goes, man, and she just gets, okay, I want to just get that into a gospel mix from a beautiful head voice to a gospel mix on the same note like that. That was cool. Same thing. Wow. So she's same thing. To the D, to the G. Back to that D again. So she's got that D transition to that G, which obviously she loves. I mean, that just goes, that fourth just rings going from that. You can tell she just loves that sound and then making that transition into that gospel G, and then coming back to that really, really rich D. Listen again, that is really cool. Man. That D that she lands back down on is just amazing. So rich. Now you see both those Fs. This is really interesting. She had the F to the G, the F5 to the G5. And both those Fs, she took a little broad, but she was still in. You can tell. But you can tell. I want you to listen really distinctly to how she took those a little bit broader. And by the way, right now, for you, most of you probably watching this that are women that are singing, I don't recommend going that broad. That is, I mean, unless you really seriously know what you're doing, and that is really that's like walking up to the edge, and that is like as edgy as you can get and not falling off. That is amazing. Let's see what we got here. Right there. See how that was broader? And she's back to her beautiful head voice. F5. Fantastic. But I don't have to tell you that. It is unbelievable, isn't it? My gosh, I just love to watch singing like that. Just unbelievable. This is like the most fun job ever. I mean, I've said that for years. I get to work with such amazing people, and I get to watch such amazing people. Singing is just so cool. Anyway, if you would like to get a free video series, my free Singing Accelerator video series, where I go over, my light's going out. I better talk fast. This is this is going to flutter all over the place. My free Singing Accelerator video series. Check the link below. I have the magic of, I'm going to fix that. Okay, I'm back from fixing my light. So if you'd like my free Singing Accelerator video series, check the link below. I go over, I have a video called The Magic of Vowels in there, where I talk all about the vowels. I give you a downloadable PDF. I go over a vowel chart. I show you how to sing all the vowels. And the vowels are really, really, really the key. Okay, if you'd like my free ebook, The 5 Biggest Mistakes Singers Make When Singing in Their Mix or Belting and How You Can Avoid Them, check the link below. And that'll tell you what a mix actually is, what belting actually is, and answer a lot of questions for you. Okay, so hopefully you'll find those very, very interesting. Links are below. If you like this video, please subscribe. Why did I beg? I don't mean to be... No, I say, if you like the video, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. It's around here somewhere. Thumbs up. It'd be awesome to like the video. It helps it get out there, and it honestly helps me a lot, which is really, really cool. I appreciate it. And your comments have been fabulous, so please keep them coming. That is how I ended up doing this song. So thank you so much for all of that. Okay, this is a crazy quick little edit, because what I did with the video that was not allowed on YouTube, I've actually uploaded it to my Facebook page, and I think it may work. And it's a long video, and it is So Hyang doing You Raise Me Up. And I spent like 5 hours doing this and editing this, got a ton of information on it. And I would love it to be seen, and I'd love you guys to see it. And I will put the link to my Facebook page in the description. And so hopefully you can run over there and you can see that video. And if you like the page and follow me over there. I'll do some other stuff over there that I don't do on YouTube. Okay, so I hope that works. But go see the video. It's really, really good. Okay, I just wanted to say that. Thanks so much. I know this was a terrible edit, but anyway. Okay, bye-bye. And there will be other videos somewhere on this page that I recommend. I've got a phenomenal video on what is mixed voice, basically, and I'm going to put that on here. And then another one about how to belt your off. And hopefully you'll enjoy that, because So Hyang mixes like crazy and belts like crazy. And that will give you some ideas on maybe how the heck she's actually doing that. Okay, so, boy, I hope you got to see this one. I guess we'll see. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.